Carleton University students make fantasy reality as they score goals, toss dodgeballs, and ride brooms, Harry Potter style. The Carleton University Quidditch team, formed in 2011 by alumna Andrea Hill, is highly ranked in Canada and the world. The team came in second at the Canada Cup last year, beating reigning champions McGill University Quidditch and ultimately losing to the University of Ottawa's GGs. Lacking the ability to fly, the rules are simple.
It's a mix of basketball, rugby, and dodgeball. We do run with the brooms between our legs.
So there are 3 chasers and 1 keeper on each team. There are also 2 beaters on a team and 1 seeker on a team.
The seeker's job is to chase the snitch. And since we can't really have a flying autonomous ball floating around campuses and fields, what we do have is a third party snitch. And their goal is to prevent anybody from catching them, obviously, and they're allowed to pull absolutely anything they'd like.
The chasers and keeper handle the quaffle, which in our case is actually a semi-deflated volleyball, and they pass the quaffle back and forth amongst each other and try to score goals.
And then there's the beater position, which is what I am, and our goal is to collect slightly deflated utility balls and throw them at the other team. They then have to dismount their broom, run back to their hoops and touch them before they can re-enter play to sort of simulate the experience of getting hit by a bludger in the Harry Potter world, where they would fall off their broom and suffer horrible, horrible injuries.
With little to no funding from the university, costs for equipment and transportation must come out of the team's pocket, which is filled with money from online campaigns and bake sales. With faraway tournaments, such as this year's Canada Cup in Burnaby, BC, fundraising can become especially difficult. The team will not be able to make it to this year's Canada Cup, despite a great showing at the Kingston Regional Competition, due to travel costs and a lack of money.
Fundraising is incredibly difficult as a Quidditch team, just to get people to be sympathetic for your cause and to convince them that we're actually getting fit and having fun with the sport. We've been successful with bake sales to some extent. We tried selling butterbeer. A lot of people were into trying it, but we didn't have a whole lot of return customers. So in the Quidditch community, we've got to perfect the butterbeer recipe or whatever to draw people in. And other than that, we've had to turn on to online campaigns, which some of us don't like. There have been some complaints that people feel like it's just sitting on the street begging for money, but we had an incredibly successful Indiegogo campaign that managed to take off $370 of the cost for every person going to the World Cup. So it raised about $3,000 or something, and that was able to seriously subsidize the cost that we would have had to have paid to go to the World Cup.
Ultimately, it's all about having fun.
I get to hit people with dodgeballs. There's nothing more satisfying than hitting somebody in the face with a utility ball or knocking a broom from out between their legs. Satisfaction is tenfold that of dropping a quaffle through the hoops.
I know, like, my adrenaline, just as soon as you hear brooms up, it just goes crazy, and I'm running, and my mind is nowhere but on the field, and I love that I can get lost in Quidditch so easily like that.
Signing off for Glue Online, I'm Arielle Follett.